President Obama greeted the 6 Gulf state leaders as they arrived at the White House one by one Wednesday. He hosted a private dinner of lemon-scented local lamb for the 6 leaders, but before the dinner, Mr. Obama held a separate meeting with the Saudi delegation, headed by Crown Prince Mohammed bin Nayef.
Well, it's wonderful to welcome back the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, Mohammed bin Nayef, as well as Deputy Crown Prince Salman. We are very pleased to have them both here today, as well as the delegation from Saudi Arabia. As all of you are aware, the United States and Saudi Arabia have an extraordinary friendship and relationship that dates back to Franklin Roosevelt and King Faisal, and we are continuing to build that relationship during a very challenging time.
The Saudi leaders had a busy schedule Wednesday. Beyond the White House, they also met with leaders of America's security agencies, the CIA, the FBI, and the U.S. Armed Forces. The following morning, President Obama left the White House to join the Gulf leaders at Camp David, the presidential retreat outside Washington. David Roches, a professor at America's National Defense University, says Washington wants closer cooperation with the Gulf states in building a more stable Middle East.
The United States clearly wants to have the GCC partners on board, not just for the deal with Iran, the eventual rapprochement with Iran, which has been a stated long-term goal of the Obama administration, but also moving forward.
Mr. Obama is expected to argue that the tentative nuclear deal with Iran will be good for everyone.
The first thing he'll argue is that a state of constant conflict is inherently unstable, that if there's this constant military tension, there's always the potential for a small incident to blow up into a big incident that before it can be defused. That's the first thing he'll argue. The second thing he'll argue is that the United States has long-standing ties with the Gulf, and those are not going to be set aside. They will be strengthened. We can have relations with Iran, we can have warming relations with Iran, and that does not require a diminution of our relations with our GCC partners. I think that's what they will, the broad brush strokes of what the administration will put across.
American observers expect the Gulf leaders to raise such concerns as U.S. inaction in the civil war in Syria, but their main concern is expected to be with Iran.
The Gulf viewpoint is that by focusing on nuclear issues, the West has essentially granted Iran license to continue this meddling, interference, subversion of regimes. So I think they're going to want a recognition of that and a concrete American commitment to do something to what they see as Iranian stroke, Persian stroke Shi'i export of revolution to undermine their regimes.
The White House said Monday it expects some concrete announcements from the summit meeting, including an agreement to integrate missile defense systems and more joint military exercises. This meeting is not expected to resolve major areas of tension like the Gulf states' concerns over the prospective U.S. nuclear deal with Iran. But by hosting this historic meeting, Washington wants to show that its commitment to Gulf state security is unwavering. Burton Bolag, KSA2, Washington.